Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're going to play a 5-point match against Angie on backgammonhub.com, and we'll see how it goes. Good match to my opponent. Yeah, we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards and see how well I did computer-wise. All right, so this looks pretty natural. It maintains the ability, slots a good point. Pretty safe, maintains the ability to anchor in the backfield. Yeah, she doesn't have quite enough here. She needs like one more improvement. Like, okay, so she hits here 13-4, and then I roll badly. That might be an okay cube. If I dance, it's a pass. But you know, if I roll like a 2-1 or something, the cube would be pretty reasonable. Okay, so that's 3, which I presume are correct. Yeah, she hasn't quite put her stuff together. Maybe I can try for like a decent anchor. Okay, I see. I could also hit her. Yeah, actually, maybe that's better. Yeah, I guess that's better. Try to. I mean, I guess I'm just sort of getting blocked if I don't do this, because I can't really block her. Yeah, this looks quite early. Guess she didn't like my play and wanted to punish it. Oh yeah, she should make her 4 there. That might be an oversight. I've seen people overlook that play before, where you have the 7-point made, and then you can break the 7 to point on your opponent. Sort of a very common oversight. Oh hey Alex, yeah, thanks again for entering that match, the Boston Open match for me, because I was actually like in the process of like starting to do it when I saw your text message. I was very pleased with the PR, as you could imagine. um, I wasn't that surprised because like it was a short match, and you know, there wasn't that many tough decisions there, but it was still nice to see a couple interesting plays, as you saw. Yeah, I played off of I played like a 0.6 or something against a decent player. This guy Grant, he played okay. Not a 0 though. Another reason why it was easy, that the match was easy. Um, oh, should I make a 5-point board here? I don't know. I make a 4-point board like this. Maybe that's a good plan. But like all his he doubled me twice, and they were both not good enough. So it's like he never gave me like a tough. He never gave me a tough cube decision really. Okay, so I guess there's a big premium on playing safely here. He's right at the end of his rope in the outfield. So even though this is pretty bad looking, I'm gonna do it. Uh, it's gonna be this. See, he's got just a lot of shots though. So I don't know. Maybe this is in fact the smaller concession. He's pretty happy. He's pretty happy to hit me like with a 4-3, for instance. I don't think yeah, with my board the way it is, there's no way this is a cube. Okay, so I got to give him something now. I guess I want to keep his 6s bad. So this looks okay at least. It's a good 6. Okay, this is a decent roll. Yeah, I still don't think I can really cube this. Like maybe I lose my market if he leaves me like some sort of big shot. Maybe, but it's only maybe. Oh, I wonder if it's this. 13-5. I think that's too much. Yeah, I think this is the 5. And I get some extra. If he rolls like a 6-2, say, I get some extra shots this way. So what is this? This would be 27 shots versus 24. Yeah, maybe that's reason enough to do this. Okay, so yeah, 27 shots, which I'll most likely lose my market pretty big. And I should be a little aggressive with the recube at the score. So this is double take, I think. Because she basically wins the misses, and then she wins some of the hits also. So I think she has enough. I think she has enough here, even at the score, where she should be like a little conservative. Hmm. Yeah, good take. And then I'm a little inclined to not give her any, just give her 2 shots here. The 13 ace definitely a play there. Can leave her nothing. Okay, yes, just this. Oh, she got me. At least I'm kind of alive, I think. Well, maybe not on the dances. Let's see. I can pass and go to 0-4. Maybe this double take there actually. But take points 16%. Although I guess I do have a take here. So maybe she had the right idea of not cubing before. And I probably would have cubed that though. All right, so 660. Did I have 16? Yeah, 16% is correct. So no way this is a cube. Yeah, that's strange. Strikes me as strange cube handling. Oh, I'm winning. Wait, what happened there? Did she? I think she misclicked or something. Seemed like she rolled a 5-3 and then she could have boarded checker off, but didn't. Yeah, she played the 3 to the 3 point and then bear off the 4. She might have just overlooked it or something. Or misclick. Oh, I'm dead anyways. Set. Ah. Alright, that was a pretty easy game, I thought. Let's see what the computer says. Yeah, 1.4. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the computer analysis. Z on the bottom, double dare on the top. Okay, so what happened? Okay, so I didn't make any errors. Fine. Okay, so interesting. Oh, it wants to duplicate 4s here a little bit. Yeah, I might have done this if I really considered it, but it's a little, maybe it's a little unnecessary. Okay, so you play like 6 to 5 with the ace, right? Because you want to make that point. You want to keep the back checkers mostly where they are. You don't want to like leap into the outfield or anything. So you just play 11 to 6, nice and tidy in the outfield. But 13 to 8's okay, because this duplicates 4s somewhat. Yeah, I don't know. The computer might be wrong here. Like I said, it seems sort of unnecessary. Oh, it's just close, I guess. Right, the computer actually wants to do this. Keep the distribution a little nicer in the outfield. You're down in the race still a bunch, so you don't pay into being hit too much. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly true. Yeah, I usually use, I mean, it depends on how lively the recube is. But for the, like say in a medium length race, 5 away, 5 away, the recube, take point, I usually use around 25%-ish, like which takes into account sort of like an average recube vig. So in like for money, say, for money, like in a race, you can take it like maybe 21 or 22% because you get good recube vig. In a race, 5 away, 5 away for the recube, double it to 4, it's more like 25%. So it's quite a bit different. Oh, hey Andrew, good to see you. Yeah, just going through this pretty easy match. It was just one game. But we're talking about 5 away initial cube versus recube. And then the initial cube in a medium length race, say 5 away. I usually use around like 20%. I think that's about right. Taking into account like the good recube vig there. So 20% versus 25-ish. Yeah, so she did well to hold off the cube here. She just doesn't have enough here. Usually you need a 6-6 plus like one more improvement if your opponent hasn't done like too much before you can set an initial cube. Although with the initial cube at 5-away, 5-away, you got to be a little careful because double gammons are very valuable. So even though this is somewhat of a lower nominal take point, sometimes you have to pass with stuff you would take for money because it's too gammonish. Okay, so the 1-1 here, yeah, I almost didn't see this at first. I thought I was going to play like bar 22 6 to 5 before I noticed I could actually hit here because I thought, oh, okay, I need the 1 to cover, so I just do it. But yeah, it looks like that's just kind of a losing game plan. You're just getting primed or attacked, and you can't prime the opponent. He was back on the ace point, say making the 5 would be a real candidate because there you can prime them, there you can block them. Yeah, and then this is that common oversight. Like I've done this before, where like you have your 7-point made, and you can give it up to make the 4-point or the 5-point or the 3-point or something, but you choose some like other play because you don't see it. Like I've done this, and I've seen other players do this too. Now it could be that you saw it and then decided hitting twice was better, which fine. But it's something to watch out for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Alex. Yep. Cube more aggressively in non-gammonish positions, but cautiously in gammonish ones. Yeah, I take more aggressively. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like I said, so it's tricky, right? Backgammon is hard. Like sometimes it's a money take, but a pass at 5-away, 5-away for the initial cue because it's gammonish. And then when it's non-gammonish, it can go the other way. It can be a pass. It can be a pass for money and take it 5-away, 5-away. So you got to if you want to be like really good at match play, you kind of got to understand these nuances. The effect isn't huge at this score like it would be at other scores, but it's you got to still think about it. Yeah. I don't know why it's so common. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you think of the 7 as like a solid asset you can't give up or something. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, Alex. That's similar to what I do. I mean, sometimes I'll go like deep into the math, but it doesn't. The math doesn't help a lot. I find, like at 5-away, 5-away there, like in like this type of position. So I do exactly what you're suggesting. You think about, okay, what would I do for money or at 0-0 in a long match? And how much should I adjust based on the score and a guess at how gammonish it is? And you're just making educated guesses, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, you're not breaking the 8 and there's a blood on the board on the other side. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see maybe someone choosing to hit twice over making the 4, but I'm going to guess you just overlooked it. Yeah. All right, so I roll a decent 6-5, but I'm still not doing great because the raise is bad. I'm doing good because I own the cube, but I'm probably a cubeless. I'm a cubeless underdog here. And then, yeah, I don't mind leaving the shot here too much because she's got 2 blocks on her board and has to give up the anchor to hit. So I don't want to do something like, 6-2, 5-3. So I find a play that leaves a shot. There might be some better stuff. I did actually think about the computer's top choice, but I thought maybe it's a little too much. It's not the best when you don't get hit, though. 6-4, make the 2. Yeah, I'm just biding my time. Still an underdog until she cracks. 5-2, 4-3. Did I look at that? 5-2, 4-3. No, maybe I should have seen that. I don't think I saw it. I saw like flexible stuff like 4-1, 6-5. 4-1, 6-5 is has some argument for it because it sort of maintains the ability to make the best board. This play. But the problem is she's eager to go next turn. So you can't leave all these blots in your board. You got to make some sort of solid position. And apparently I should do this. Keeping the 6-point, placing a bad spare on the 2 versus this. This looks better to me, actually. I mean, it's nice contiguous. It's a nice contiguous position, and the spare ends up in a better spot. So even if I took a good look at this, I would have done. I would have done the other one. The computer doesn't like it though. I mean, I get that the 6 point is generally better than the 5, but I mean, there's value in the contiguousness of the position. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get it. No blots in home right. Yeah, you definitely want to like tidy up. Again, because white is sort of eager to get off one of these outfield points and keep her board. Plus plus. Well, plus plus makes it a little closer than plus. I don't know. I would still do this. I like this structure. Oh, is it the 5s? Is it the fact that I'm not saving a 5? I don't think that's a big deal though. Right, the computers play like you can handle 5s without breaking an outfield point. Like 5-1 is safe, for instance. Whereas after my play, 5-1 is going to leave a blot in the outfield. Maybe that's what the computer's thinking about. Doesn't seem like a big deal though. Okay, so I do this. She breaks her board, which I assume is correct. 4-2. Yeah, I think about leaving her shots in the outfield with this, but I thought it's too many shots. Close though. Keeps good flexibility and keeps the home board in better shape than my play. Still tough to make a 5-point board here. Okay, 16-9. Got to give something up now. Sort of minimize shot, or at least I keep the checker all the way back. That's why I did this. Okay, decent roll here. 16-8. Yeah, no, I saw this play. It's fewer shots to do this. It's only 11 shots. What I didn't like about it, if she rolls 6-2, I only get 24 shots at her. So I do this where I get 28. I get 27 shots. I might have said 28, but it's 27. If she rolls like a 6-2. So I thought that gives that sort of matters because it gives more oomph to the cube. But of course she's hitting me more too. Oh, especially with 4s. Yeah, that's maybe something I didn't appreciate at the time. In some sense, this play has some duplication to it. Because some of her 1s like play okay already, like 1-1, 1-2. They don't force her to give up the anchor. And so like they're kind of already decent numbers. So I'm giving her hits with those numbers that, at least with 1-1 she's hitting. 1-2, like she may not even hit. Although I guess she is. Here I'm giving her like decent 4s to hit me, but her 4s are bad, you know. Her 4s are bad otherwise. So I'm sort of diversifying her numbers here. Yeah, I've seen this concept before. So I think that's a big part of why the computer prefers 16-8. I've seen it. I've seen it in somewhat of a different context where I have like an anchor in the back, and I'm trying to decide like maybe I have 3 checkers back there or something. I'm trying to decide like where to put the checkers in her home board or like her outfield. And you don't want to give her the numbers that like play. You don't want to give her the numbers to hit that play safely otherwise, right? Like 1-1 here, for instance. Although 1-1 could hit if I give her 4s, but she's probably not supposed to do that. Yeah, so there's certainly some duplication here. Yeah, so that double take seems okay, even at the score. Like we can look at what this is for money. It's a bigger, because of the score effects. It's a bigger take for money. Let me just save this match. And we can demonstrate to prove that we know what we're talking about some of the time. Right, so 5 away, 5 away. It's a take by 0.24. nine away, so more money-like score, or 11 away, 11 away. So take, it's not even a double, and it's to take by, over 0.4. So it's a big, you see a big score effect here. So yeah, I mean, you might think, okay, 5 away versus, I don't know, 11 away, 11 away. It's kind of the same. It's not the same. Also, there's some, I guess she wins, there's a little bit of gamma stuff going on, but it's not a big factor. Oh, you played Hypergammon and analyzed my game. Right, Hypergammon, for those who don't know, that's three, both players start with just 3 checkers on the board. In far back in their opponent's home board, right on the 24, 23, and 22 points. And the goal is the same as backgammon. You just kind of just try to bear off your 3 checkers as soon as possible. But the doubling cube's in play. And are gammons and backgammons in play also in Hypergammon typically? Like, do you play like 7-point matches where gammons and backgammons count? Is that a thing, or is it all just like 1-point matches and stuff? So I think that game is the game solved actually. I thought I remember seeing that like someone, maybe Hugh Sconiers or something long ago, had a database with like all the right answers for the checker plays and the cube actions. But I might be misremembering. There was another variant. There's another variant where it was 1 checker back versus 1 checker back. So both players just have 1 checker. And so the checker plays are almost always completely trivial. But the cube decisions aren't. And so people used to play it for money. Money, 1 checker Hypergammon for money. And then like some people had like, and so there's a chart there was a chart even like 20 years ago you could get that showed all the right like cube actions. When is an initial double, when is a redouble, when is a take. And then like it was small enough that you could just like memorize it all. And so there was like a hustle where like people would try to play people in this. They would play perfectly and then win some money that way. But that's never the 3 checker variant. You can't learn like that. But the 1 checker variant was like small enough you could. I see. So is it do gammons and backgammons count in this Hypergammon? I remember playing it like a little bit on Gridgammon way back when, but I never got into it. Anyways. So, I see. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so I redouble, she correctly takes. Okay, here is close between playing all tidy, just 2 shots, versus leaving her 6 shots. But it's better for the race when missed, and when she dances, you might be able to make this point. So yeah, this would be pretty reasonable. But anyways, I decide to just give her 2 shots. She dances. I give her 0 shots and get the guys pretty close to home by doing this. The computer likes it, although this isn't too bad. Probably better for the race to play 11-5. All right, nice having 2-1. She gets a lucky shot. And then, like I said, my take point is 16 here, which is my winning chances from 1 away, 5 away Crawford. Yeah, so gammons and backgammons do count. Yeah, that makes it more interesting. So the computer thinks she doesn't. The computer thinks I have a very easy take at 31%, but it's not. It's not crazy to cube it because the cube is dead after Doug goes double take. So we're doubling windows like very wide when the cube is dead. In other words, she can be far from the take pass line and still have a proper recube. Okay, yeah, here I might have cubed it, but yeah, no double again, and then I come close to okay. Their double's still not bad. Yeah, I was surprised you cubed this actually, because Seems like a very easy money take, but again, the cube being dead argues for being very aggressive. Yeah, she just, I don't know what she did here. She overlooked it. I don't know. If this is new to you, you have to use both dice, but you don't have to use both dice to their maximal extent. In other words, if she plays her play 6-1, 4-1, she's using all 8 pips. You can play 6-3, bear off a 4, which is obviously the right play because you get a checker off. You're only using 7 pips there, right? You played a 3 and then you bore off a 4, which is still, but that's still legal. You don't. In other words, you don't have to. Like I said, you don't have to use both dice to maximal effect. Similarly, if you're, people know this, but it's. I've seen actually people screw this up, like newer players. So this sort of is most important here, where black rolls a 1-5. Right, I've seen players bear off the 3 and then play 2-1 because they didn't realize there was not. They didn't realize there was another play. Well, you play the 1 first and then bear off from the 2. I think I playing a beginner once. I think I even told him. I know it was probably like a match that didn't matter that much. I don't think you're under any obligation to point this out to your opponent during the match. But I felt bad. Like I think he was about to leave me a shot. I said, you can't actually play 3-2 and bear the guy off. And yeah, the computer records it at just 3 off, but really it's 3-2 and then 2 off. One funny thing I was thinking about recently, I think I might have seen this before, and I just want to verify that it's true. (3-1) here at Gammon Go. You're 2 away, the other guy's 1 away, and it's the Crawford game. So there's a big premium on him hitting and saving the gammon. I think it might be right to volunteer a shot here. I think. I believe I've seen this before. Because I think, if you just do the normal thing, not leaving a shot, you're left with 3 checkers on your deuce. You're very likely to leave at least a single shot next turn, and sometimes you leave a double shot. So I think white hits more if you play long term, if you play safe here, and there's a big premium on not getting hit and letting your opponent save the gammon. So I think it's close, but I believe the computer actually volunteers a shot here at just a Gammon Go though, specifically just a Gammon Go. Let's see if I remember this right. Yeah, see, isn't that funny? I don't think it's going to come up very often, but it'd be kind of a cool play to find. Like it looks like you just don't know how to play backgammon, right? When you do this, you bear off the 3 and hit with the 1. It looks like you don't know there's another legal play, but it's actually right here in this very specific situation. Isn't that weird? It surprised me when I saw this. Now I think it takes a very specific situation. Like maybe it's even wrong here, but I don't know. Let's take a look. Probably it still hits. Probably still volunteers a shot here. No, here it's wrong because if you get hit right away, I guess you're going to expose another blot. It's only against maybe it's only against a closed board, or something resembling a closed board. Yeah, no, it's just this very specific situation. Yeah, it's just this very, very specific situation where like he's not saving, your opponent's not saving the gammon without hitting, and the board is closed. So I don't know. It might come up someday for you, but you get like we just looked at the variance. You got to be really careful about doing it, right? But you get the logic, right? I mean, it's like like backgammons don't count. And I'm playing safely for a turn wins more backgammons, but that doesn't matter because it's gammon go. Backgammons don't help you. You lose more games probably, but that's not the only factor. The bigger factor is gammons are super duper valuable. Um, it actually says you win. It says you win more games by volunteering now. So is double match points? Do you volunteer a shot with a double match point here? See, I kind of don't think you do. You do. Wait, this is interesting. Oh, I didn't realize this. So it can come up not just a gammon go, but a double match point sometimes. So maybe it's more common than I think. But but here, it's got to be against a closed board in a position where it's got to be against a closed board, I guess. A double match point. There's sort of different double match point. There's sort of different factors, right? Like it's hard to lose if you just get one checker hit. It's not hard to lose if you get two checkers hit. So you can get two checkers hit if you play safe here. He rolls something and then you roll a 6-1 or something, and you have to expose two blots. Yeah, the closed board, you can't hit another checker. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like you leave this position, say. Yeah, he's just going to hit one checker. It's not so bad. Even this, he's going to leave his ace point open, and then you can expose another checker later. But yeah, double match point, it can happen too, apparently. Yeah, that'd be such a cool play to find. Especially if it was I don't know, you get the matches being commentated, and they he doesn't see, he messed up, he doesn't see he can play safely here. But no, it's right to leave a shot, even a double match point. But anyways, so she redoubled, and then she just wins the race. I think nothing really happened, except lots of doubles for her, not me. Good. That was interesting. It was an interesting match. What was the real error? Yeah, this guy. Maybe I should have thought about this a little bit. I saw there was extra shots if I leave the blot on the 11, but I didn't appreciate the duplication aspect to it. Like you do this, all her 4s are bad except for maybe 4-1, 4-4. You do this, some of her 1s are okay for her, 1-1, 1-2 maybe. 3-3, 3-1. 3-1, I don't know, did she hit with 3-1? Probably not, because I got to play. I got to play and then give up some sort of outfield presence. Yeah, so she just plays. I think she just plays 4-1, 2-1 here, maybe, or supposed to play that. Rather than giving me a bunch of immediate shots and I enter and then I cause her lots of problems later. Yeah, that's another thing in favor of the computer's play. Yeah, so close actually that probably swings the decision. Yeah, I want the spare on the 5 and not the redundant spare on the 2. It's bad for the race. Anyways, let's see if the computer hits with 3-1. No, the computer does hit with 3-1. Yeah, it's not close apparently. It surprises me a little bit. It's such a huge blunder to play 4-2, 4-1, or 4-1, 2-1. Is it just that I can okay, so I roll a 6-5 here, or I roll a 6-2. Let's say I roll a 6-2 here. I guess I just keep everything spread out, and it's not really a concession. Yeah, 11-3. No, I'm wrong about everything. Jesus. Yeah, I might have played like 13 to 5 here. Just keep everything spread out. As opposed to 11 to 3. She does have some double blot numbers here. Huh. Well, I'm glad this stuff didn't come up. I probably would have got a bunch of stuff wrong. Anyways, yes, 3-1. Such a big blunder to hit there. To not hit there. She does have a 3-point board though. All right. Well, on that note, I actually got to take off. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Good comments, guys. For those watching in the future, hope you got something out of this. And I will see you next time.